Hello everyone, welcome to my today's training. Today I will be training on this turban. It's not actually because of the body pleat, but I'm training because of the design in the front, how we are able to apply the loop and then cross it, and so that's the reason I'm making this training for today. All right, so the fabric or the material that I used is a, what do you call it now? It's a scuba fabric, but it's thick, and then it's a multicolored material. So the part in my hand is the part I'm going to be using to create my loop. That is the part I will use to hold that part, and then I use the smaller part to cross. That's that, and then I have a bigger part. So out of these two, I chose not to make my measurement equal. So I have a separate measurement for the one I used to cross the top, and then a separate measurement for the one that will stand as the back. So the measurement that I would be using, you can make it equal anyway. That is, you can do same thing, but I don't want to do same thing. That's why. So you have to make sure that the measurement of the fabric you are using, first of all, is a measurement that can cover a full turban. So you use like my full turban, I do 28 by 28 if I'm going to do a body plate. So that's why you see that I'm showing you a measurement of 29, I'm showing you a measurement of 30. So I want to make sure that it can do a full turban, and you will see the reason why. So the number of pleats that you would, the other one is 30 by 30, while the second one is just about 29, and maybe by 20 or whatever. But if you like, you can do 28 by 20, 28 by 20 into two different places. All right, so I'll start by sewing my loop. I'll sew my loop. When I finish sewing my loop, I will start the body pleats. All right. So to start the body pleated part, I started by folding in the edge. I aim the edge so that that part would be neat. You don't need to bother about going to weave or whatever. So you just like turn it twice and begin the sewing. You get me? So you don't have to, so that the front can be neat. And again, you do not want to apply a separate base or band to it. So because of that, because we don't need to apply a separate band to it, it is now necessary for us to aim that beginning. So after that, we just turn it over and begin to create the body pleated turban. To create the body pleated turban, what you need to do is the fact that you would need to take a certain measurement, an accurate measurement, by which you fold the back and sew. So by the time you take your measurement, you make sure that you are flowing on the same size. That is, you are following the same size. Just try to follow the same size. Some persons rule out their lines before sewing, but I don't do that. I just go ahead to sew using my mind to know the distance that I would need. You understand? So you don't need to rule your lines, but if you are not too sure, then it is okay for you to rule your lines. So you can rule like 2 inches or one inch. You can rule 1.5 inch. So the body pleat is ready, and I'm closing the loop so that I can turn it over to wear it on it. So I've actually prepared the two separate body pleats, so you can see them there, the wider one and then the small one. So I would be using the smaller one to cross, and that's why I would start by wearing the loop on it. So when I wear the loop on it, I will relax it. I'll relax the back, relax the front, relax the part that is going to be for my band. So when I relax it like that, I will not cross it. So this is the point where the styling comes in. Do you get me? So now we are going to cross this like a star, a star. You understand? That is why we get four different legs. So it's just going to be like a star, four different legs. And then, the front that you started by hemming or folding twice is the part that you would use as your base. And then the big one that is under, we'll simply use our needle and thread to gather it together first. So we gather it together, and then you gather this together. You can also gather the first one together. It's not a big deal. It just help you to like keep it on point. So but this, if you don't gather the first one, no problem, but that second one is very necessary that you use your needle and thread to pull it together. Do loose stitches at the middle and then pull it together. All right, then you can see the four different legs. Now where my hand is, there is the front. Where my hand is the front. Now we are going to systematically pin each of them. That's why I called for pin. We are going to pin each of them together apart from the front part. So we don't need to pin the front part, but I'm just going to like help myself by keeping it in position, making sure that it's not going to like go out of place. It's not going to shift the position will not move. So because of that, I'll first of all use needle and thread to hold it. No, I'm just using pin, I'm sorry, to hold it together, so that I will not lose the size in the front. So this aspect is necessary. So after that, I would now join all the openings except the front. I will. So all the parts that you saw me pin down, they are the parts that I'm sewing now. So as I just keep sewing, I'll be removing my pins. I'll sew, remove my pins, sew, remove my pins. The pins are just meant to guide me as I sew. So as you keep sewing, you keep taking out the pins, and every point where we joined will be sewn. I told you before that the part that we are using as the base, we don't need to join that part. So when it comes to the point where we need to join that part, I would be showing you what to do, because that's the part you will use to determine the opening for the head. Yes. So now I am done joining everything. You can see how it looks. So it would be time for us to close the base. Yes, the base. Now the base is going to be closed as you normally close your turban. Take your normal measurement, 10.5. I don't do my measurement more than 10.5, except in cases where uh, maybe my client is saying I'm carrying a very big braids and I will need it to fit in, so I can do 11. If not, my measurement is between 10 and 10.5. That is to close the front of the turban, so long it is a stretchy fabric. If the material is a stretchy one, you don't need anything more. You don't need anything more. All right. All right, so now we are closing the front and I am using 10.5. Now, because the back would need to fall, you cannot sew every aspect with 10.5. That 10.5 is just for the beginning. You can see my sewing that it is slanted. I try to get the wideness, the entire wideness of the fabric, except for the front where I use 10.5. So you see that the sewing of the front is narrow compared to the back, and like this the turban is ready. I find out that my material has some kind of border, so but if I'm going to cut out the border, it will not be enough for me, so I just use it like that for the purpose of this training. So when you are buying your own material, ensure that you check that it's not carrying any form of border. So it will be time for us to pull this material together. It's time to pull it together. Now, to pull the cap together, we are not going to start from the beginning. So we leave the base, we move into the turban. So we just leave the entire base, which might just be like 2 inch or 2.5 inch. We leave it and then we start from the turban body itself. So because this turban is a body pleated turban, you don't need to pull every part of the turban together. So when you are going to pull, you pull only the straight sewing. You don't have to go into the curve. That back is the part that would help your turban to relax on the edge. So you cannot go into that aspect. So you stop on the straight line where you see me pulling now. The remaining part is going to just act like a straight, beautiful body pleat that will help the turban to relax. If you go and pull that part together, your turban will take a different look and you will not like it safe. Yeah. All right, so that's it for today. That's my class for today. I hope you understood the training. If you don't, it's not a big deal. Please drop your comment. I will respond to them. And if today is your first time stopping by my channel and you love this training, please do not forget to subscribe before leaving. And one more thing, please don't forget to hit on the like icon. It helps people, other persons, to see this video. So just help other people by just hitting on that like icon. It will help other persons to discover this video. Thank you very much. Once again, this is Creative Hands International. I thank you for joining my community. All my returning subscribers, thank you for joining my community. Thank you. Bye.